I'd like to share a dream I had the day after Billy Graham died. So in the dream, Billy Graham had just died, and he left some words to be read after his passing. The words said this: "I have hid a treasure for those who seek to find. The treasure map is in the book." So knowing the book, meaning the Bible, I opened up my Bible in the dream, and immediately I turned the page to a treasure map. The treasure map said, "Go to the river. Find the strongest tree and the most well-rooted tree planted by the river. Then take 40 steps east into the wilderness from the strongest tree by the river. There dig." So I followed the instructions on the map. I went to the river and I found the tree that was the strongest one on the river. And I took 40 paces east into the wilderness and I began digging. And 6 feet down, I found a treasure chest shaped like a coffin. It was made of wood. When I opened it, there was a plethora of sickles. Sickles like somebody used to use to harvest wheat or grain. A blade that would cut the grass. And I had this thought in the dream that a man could spend his entire life giving away these sickles, and he would never give them all away. I just knew that there's a limitless number of them. So then also inscribed on the inside of the treasure chest were the words, "The harvest is ripe. Prepare the laborers." Also in the treasure chest was a purple satin drawstring bag about the size of a normal small drawstring bag, I don't know. But it was filled with gold dust, like from the stars. And I knew that if I took out any of the gold dust, it would stay full. The bag would never empty. So then the dream shifts and I'm taken up above the earth and I see that there's thousands upon tens of thousands of people finding these same chests with the same sickles and the same gold dust and the same inscription, "The harvest is ripe, prepare the laborers." And then the dream shifts again and I'm surrounded by people and I'm taking gold dust out of this purple bag and I'm sprinkling it over their shoulders and their heads. And as the dust settles on their shoulders and the heads, it forms on the left side of their chest into these golden stars, and I knew them to be military rankings. And I had the thought in the dream that some of these people are receiving ranks higher than that of a general. And then as the stars formed on their chest, I handed them each a sickle, and the dream ended. So I think that the tree in the dream is Jesus. He's a strong tree of life planted by rivers of life. And then the 40 steps that I was to take east into the wilderness represents a 40-day fast. And the treasure, the sickles, is fairly straightforward. It was in the understanding of that was in the inscription on the treasure chest. "The harvest is ripe, prepare the laborers." So the sickles are the tools to be given to people to go out and harvest souls, to bring people into the kingdom of God, right? And so that comes through equipping and teaching and motivating. The gold dust, the military rankings, I believe that's a declaration of someone's prayer life, a raising up of people that will war in the heavenlies through prayer and fasting. I didn't know this at the time, but I researched a position in the military that's higher than general. And I found a fleeting title called General of the Armies of the United States of America. Only twice has that title ever been given out, and actually the first time it was given to George Washington, it was General of the Armies of the Colonies. Most men that receive the title of general, it's general of an army, not general of the armies, all plural. The second time was a man in 1919. He had 4 gold stars on his chest. The only time in American military history that I'm aware of where someone had gold stars to have a general sign instead of silver ones. So then the third the third time that this ever happened, it actually didn't happen. General Douglas MacArthur in 1955, there was a proposal put out to give him a 6th star, to be titled the General of the Armies, but it was never voted on. And so I believe that was a prophetic reference to a third great awakening in America. So the first time it happened, and the second time it happened, but then the third time, there wasn't enough people. People weren't raised up to be the generals that would fight in prayer. So the third great awakening that was supposed to happen a while ago didn't. And I believe that right now in this season that God is raising up an army of generals of the armies, that will pray and war in the heavenlies and commission angels to fight on their behalf, so that in America there will be a great reaping and great harvest of souls. And not just America only, because in the dream I saw thousands and tens of thousands of people all over the world receiving this same commission, the same tools, the same sickles, and the same rankings as generals of the armies. So I'm excited. I'm going to, in response to this dream, I'm going to fast with Lou Engle and The Call, starting tomorrow, Thursday, March 1st, from then for 40 days until April 9th. Because in the dream it said to take 40 steps east into the wilderness and there to dig and find the treasure. And so I'm just very much certain that I'm supposed to fast for 40 days. And I'm making this video not to share the dream that I had because it's super cool, but because I want you to consider joining in fasting as well and being one of those tens of thousands of people that goes and finds these chests. Because I know that there is a reward to be had for those who fast, for those who seek to find, for those who hunger to be filled. So pray about it, consider it, and if possible, and if you think God is commissioning you to do it, fast with me and fast with The Call and fast with Lou, starting tomorrow, March 1st, until April 9th. I love you guys. God bless you. Have a good day.